Join me, Joy Kaleche, every Saturday only on Boss TV.
Ta façon d'aimer doudou, c'est pas gentil, vraiment fatigue. Nadina yo yo.
Live from Boss TV headquarters, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome so much to News at 9. My name is SHADRACK, OGEGA, and straight into it as we also update you in what has been making in the news today. Quite a lot in terms of the politics, looking forward also to the big ODM party leaders tour in Mombasa and the culmination of it at Tononoka Grounds, Mombasa. That is amongst the few news that we have tonight. You can check this live broadcast also on Facebook and streaming live on YouTube as well. Now we kickstart on a political note where candidates vying for various positions through the UDA party in Mombasa County have strongly condemned allegations that Deputy President William Ruto is involved in corruption scandals. They were just slandering DP's Ruto's name because the aspirants rather have said that those who are propelling these ideas are slandering DP's Ruto's name because he has greater policies compared to them. Take a look.
Hichi kitendo cha kuwa wanasema kinara wetu Chief Hustler His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto eti ya kwamba yeye ni mfisadi mkubwa. Unajua tunakashifu vitendo kama hivi. Wameona kwamba yeye ndio kiongozi bora na agenda zake ni mzuri kwa wananchi wetu na ndio maana wanatuletea allegations tofauti.
Speaking at Kongoya area in Mombasa County, the candidates are saying that it is advisable for anyone with enough evidence against the allegations to report to the state media so that legal actions can be taken.
Na kwa hivyo inatuudhi sana na tunatuma mambo haya katika ma-TV yote na Kenya mzima na hata viongozi wanaozungumza kinyume naye. Tunasema aje, kama kuna jambo ambalo unalijua Ruto amelifanya kama Deputy President wa Kenya, kuna all institutions za ku-investigate mambo kama hayo. Tuleteni pia namba 2, tuleteni ushahidi wa mambo aliyofanya. Kama ni mwizi, leteni ushahidi kwa ma-TV na tuone yule anayemshitaki.
Kama kuna mtu akona wizi ambao ana confirm kwa DP aandikishe OB ndio ionekane. Tumechoka na kudanganywa sisi wananchi.
Twasema kama watu wanajua William Ruto ni mfisadi, kuna mahali wanaweza enda kumshtaki ama nini, lakini hizi propaganda za enezwa tumekataa kama wana UDA ambao tunamsupport William Samoei Ruto.
The members have also criticized leaders who are trying to revive the ICC National Court case, saying that they are trying to smear their leader with mud because he has greater policies compared to them.
Kwa nini 2017 hawakufanya mambo kama haya ya kuchunguza nani ni the most fisadi, nani ni mwizi ama nani ni nani? Lakini wameona kwamba imefika awamu ya sasa, awamu ambao wananchi wamechoka na dhulma tofauti na wananchi washajua kiongozi wao atakaye wakomboa ni Dr. William Samoei Ruto, ndio sasa wanaanza kumpaka matope. Kwa hivyo tunakataa vitendo hivyo kama wana UDA.
Hawa watu ambao wanampinga mheshimiwa Samoei Ruto wakisema, wakileta allegations za kila aina, hii ni kumaanisha kwamba wameanza kuona wanashindwa. Unajua mtu akianza kushindwa, akiona kwamba katika ground huyu mtu ameendelea mbele, wanatafuta kila sababu ya kujaribu kumtia doa yule mtu ili wamfanye hati hana maana.
Reporting from Boss TV, I'm Sharon Nyakundi.
2 people have been arrested in Thika for defrauding the public and putting up a front claiming to be qualified lawyers. The Office of the Director of Prosecution, DPP, has issued a warning to other Kenyans proclaiming fake professions, and that this is according to our reporter Miriam Diti, who has more details concerning this story.
An impromptu operation to flush out quack lawyers in Thika Town led to the arrest of two who were allegedly operating illegally without certified documents.
Ni siku ambayo tumeweza make a statement na tubanduki kutoka hapo kuwa wakili kazi yake iheshimike, na ambao wanajifanya kuwa mawakili katika mtaa huu na mitaa ile ingine ambao tutaweza kukuja wajue siku zao zinafika.
According to Daniel Gishau, the two suspects were accused of hoodwinking the public and defrauding them millions of shillings, pretending to offer them legal services.
Tumeshangaa kuwa wakili bandia ameweza kupokea 70,000 kutoka kwa mwananchi amfanyie kesi. Na alishangaa kwa sababu tulimpata kwa hiyo ofisi, pesa sasa pokea, lakini kazi hakuna. Na yule ambaye anajifanya wakili wakati ametuona amekubali sio wakili.
The two imposters had gone to an extent of operating offices when the slots pronounced on them. Others fled when they got the wind of the operation, but Daniel Gishau, who is LSK Boss Thika chapter, vowed that they will not relent until all are brought into book.
Tunaanza kuangalia na hatutawacha. Na wale ambao wanaendelea na tabia hii, siku zao zinafika.
They, however, want members of public to be extra careful when seeking legal services, adding that they should scrutinize their credibility before they end up being defrauded. Materials that were seized during WOOP included seals, stamps, fake licenses, SIM cards, files, and among others. Reporting for Boss TV News, my name is Miriam Ditting.
Thank you so much. That is Miriam Diti. Now let's cross over to Kakamega County. And the executive and the legislative arms of Kakamega County got together in a meeting to review the county's pension and health services bills. Governor Wycliffe Ombetsa Oparanya led in the discussion on various issues aimed at enhancing the lives of the residents of Kakamega. Sharon Nyakundi with more details.
To you.
Governor Wycliffe Oparanya, speaking at his team in a meeting, he spoke about the transfer of Kakamega County Teaching Referral Hospital to the national government is the way to go, owing to the high cost involved in running a facility such as a magnitude.
We started the construction of that particular hospital because I felt that if I never did that, then Western region would have not had a level 6 hospital. So I did it intentionally and knowing that I was going to transfer it to the national government because of the costs that would be involved in running that particular hospital. But as we do that, we want also to safeguard the facility because the interests of the county government must be represented at the board level. So we have agreed already with the president and also with the CS in charge of health, how the board will be composed so that the county government, since it has spent some money there, it is adequately represented.
Oparanya also says that the health service bill seeks to plow back funds collected from the hospital into the health facility to enhance healthcare and rejuvenate the health system in Kakamega County.
This bill is critical to make sure that funds collected at the health facilities is retained and plowed back to improve health facilities.
Anyang' Nyong'o says that the essence of the bill is to cater for all devolved families. He has also urged people to appreciate devolution and do things that promote devolution.
There in the national government who look rather unfavorably to something called devolution. Do you know that? Or am I speaking a state language? As a governor, the two of us, we know the kind of things that have come before the Council of Governors, which you say, if somebody only appreciated devolution, they would have done this. So it is among ourselves, the devolution family, to keep the family together and make sure that we do things that we promote devolution without necessarily being unfair to the rest of society.
Reporting for Boss TV, I'm Sharon Nyakundi.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has joined fellow African European heads of state and governments and other leaders at the 6th African European Union Summit in Brussels, Belgium. During the two-day summit that began yesterday, the leaders are supposed to be discussing on how both continents can strengthen political and economic ties for greater prosperity. Let's listen in.
How are you all? Welcome, sir. Thank you. This summit is very key because the summit brings together most likely over 90% of the ends of state in Africa. We are going to have 7 round table sessions on various areas. One of them is on financing. Another one is, for example, health and vaccine production. Another one is agriculture and sustainable development. We shall also be looking at the issues to do with education and digitization and all that. We'll be looking at also private partnerships, especially private sector and its cooperation. These are very important. We shall be looking at peace, security, and governance as well. We shall also be looking at climate change. Our president is coming here in a very unique position. First of all, of course, he's coming here as a head of state and a member of AU, like any other head of state. That's very important. But a very unique member of state because, you know, Kenya is a member, yes, of the UN Security Council at the moment. And you remember just the other day when the heads of state met in Nandis, again, Kenya assumed the chairmanship of security.
Embattled former Youth Principal Secretary Ms. Lilian Omolo, who is facing graft charges in the 9 billion National Youth Service scandal, is eyeing to become Embu Senator in the 2022 August polls through a Devolution Empowerment Party, DEP, popularly known as BAS. The XPS underscored the need to build a strong homegrown party that has a voice to negotiate with the other parties for a share of the national cake.
Speaking on Thursday in Embu town, where former Youth Principal Secretary Ms. Lilian Omolo declared that she will be vying for the Embu senatorial seat on a Devolution Empowerment Party ticket, popularly known as BAS. She said that she had no immediate plans of joining or supporting any alliance and underscored the need to build a strong homegrown party that has a voice to negotiate with other parties for a share of the national cake.
Tumejua ya kuwa mswada ishapitishwa, imekuwa sasa ni sheria ya kuwa chama zozote zile zimekubaliwa kuungana kutengeneza ile inaitwa coalition. Lakini sisi tutaenda kwa uchaguzi kama BAS party. Na kabla ya mwezi wa 5 ifike, tutakuwa pia tunanusia ni coalition gani tunaona uhakika hii ndio itakayosimamisha serikali.
She added that the Mount Kenya East voting bloc that boasts of 1.8 million votes has for a long time been sidelined in power and resource sharing deals for lack of a strong political outfit to do the negotiations. BAS National Chairman Lene Kivuti concurred with her on building a strong regional party that can be able to articulate their issues at the national level.
Kwa hivyo waembu pia wakati wetu wa kufikisha wengine wakienda ndoa sisi sasa ndio binti. Sisi sasa ndio pia tunangoja kuole.
The BAS belongs to us and nobody can tune us. Yes. Okay? Yes. And nobody will buy the BAS. Wale watataka viti ya MCA waingie BAS. Tutawakubali wote.
The Embu senator, who is now eyeing for the governor position, reported that mass registration drive they started 2 weeks ago had managed to register 100,000 members across the country. He exuded confidence that they will in no time reach their target of 300,000 members, noting that their target was to have 92% of Embu voters joining the BAS. Cliff Mark, Boss TV.
Now from Embu, let's come back to the coast in Kwale, and it is estimated that about 2.8 million Kenyans will be facing starvation by the end of March due to lack of rains across the country, with Kwale County already recording 300,000 cases. And this is according to the Kenya Red Cross organization, which is in collaboration with the Danish Red Cross, and they're seeking to support 23 counties which were adversely affected by famine due to the prolonged drought, with 12 counties being most affected. Take a look.
Speaking in Kinango, Kwale County, while launching livestock offtake and cash transfer programs to mostly affected residents, Red Cross Kenya Secretary General Dr. Asha Mohamed said that more effort between the government and non-governmental organizations need to be put to address the issue.
Amesema kuwa mvua wa March, April na May pia inaonekana haitakuwa ya kutosha. Kwa hivyo bado kuna changamoto na jamii bado zinaendelea kuathirika.
Danish Red Cross County Manager Dorothy Nkonge said that they are addressing the issue by first helping the most vulnerable locals in Kwale through cash transfer program for 2 months so that they can buy food and medicines, as well as buying their cattle and slaughtering them to avoid losing them to hunger.
Katika usaidizi wetu tukasema tunafanya mambo mawili. Moja ni kuwapa wenyeji ama wale ambao walikuwa wameathirika sana ama the ones we call the most vulnerable cash transfers ama ile kiwango cha pesa cha mwezi kwa mara mbili, ili waweze kutafuta ama kuweza kupata uwezo wa kununua the most basic needs at that time ambao walikuwa wamekosa zaidi, inakuwa kama ni chakula, madawa na zingine.
Kwale County Deputy Governor Fatu Machani say that they are doing a lot, including putting up dams and irrigation to mitigate the effect of drought in the area.
Kuna mipango mingi ambayo tunafanya kama serikali gatuzi ya Kwale. Tunayo mabawa ambayo tumechimba, tunazo irrigation ambazo tunaendelea nazo, lakini vile vile pia hali nafikiri imeenda kwa muda kipindi kirefu, na tunao wale ambao wamekuja ili kuhakikisha kuwa yule Mkwale naye anasaidika. Kwa hivyo leo, siku hii ya leo, wenzetu wa Red Cross wamekuja kusaidia mradi wa kupatia pesa kwa wananchi, ambao ni mradi ambao utakuwa kwa miezi miwili, na pia watanunua mifugo kwa wananchi ambayo pia itachinjwa kwa niaba tena ya wananchi.
Residents appreciated the effort, adding that the situation is still worse since there is no water and children not going to school anymore, and that they have lost cattle to drought because there is no rain.
Hakika nashukuru shirika la Msalaba Mwekundu limetusaidia, lakini bado tungali tunakufa njaa. Shida ya maji pia bado tungali hatuna maji.
Ng'ombe zimekwisha kabisa, mbuzi, kondoo, kila kitu kimekwisha. Kwa hivyo sasa tunaomba maofisa wetu wa Red Cross watusaidie.
Cliff Mark, Boss TV.
A school bus driver has been shot dead after bandits in Kerio Valley region attacked a convoy of 3 buses in Marakwet West. The ambush that happened along Arol Mogil Road left 13 students and 2 teachers nursing serious injuries. It has since been established that the teachers and students were on their way to attend to a school event elsewhere, and the incidents occurred near Chemusam Primary School, with the bandits spraying the Mogil bus with bullets before disappearing into the thin air. Take a look.
The school bus that was carrying students from a school trip in Baringo was attacked in a road-toll highway in Chesuman, Elgeyo Marakwet County at around 10 p.m., killing the bus driver and leaving several students injured. 2 of the injured students were rushed to Kapswol General Hospital in a critical condition, and others were taken to other hospitals such as Aror and Chesongoch.
Mama, anaanzia dereva, akapiga risasi, akakufa. Nasiana sisi tena. Tuliingia basini. Saa 4. Tukuona hata. Tulisikia tu risasi. Nililala tu chini wakanishika. Wakanipeleka sasa Isongo. Wakaniwashawasha.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has ordered for the arrest of the Tot High School principal following the violation of government policy of not moving students beyond 6 o'clock.
The attack we had on the school bus in Tot last night ought not to have happened in the first place, because that school was in violation of government policy of moving children beyond 6 o'clock at night. The attack took place at 10:30. I've spoken with the Inspector General of Police this morning. You good people in education and the particular TSC will do your job after we have done ours, And I agree with the Inspector General, we will arrest that principal and he shall be prosecuted for violating public policy.
In addition, Matiang'i said that it is time for his ministry to apply force in order to deal with the bandits who have harassed the residents of that area for a very long time.
Next week, I am going to the National Security Council to seek authorization of the council to declare the Pokot Warriors and the Pokot movement they are an outlawed organization, and we will categorize them the same way we categorize MRC and the terror groups that we have in the country. What that means in terms of security is that we are going to apply a new level of force and fire to wipe out that organization. Because it's no longer a matter of cattle rustling. Because what cattle were in that bus that they attacked? Because if they are interested in cattle, if it's about cattle rustling, those are innocent kids going back home, despite the mistake that was made by their teachers. So what animals were in that bus that required that those kids and teachers be attacked? It's abundantly clear to us that this is a criminal organization that is disguised as a card rustling effort.
Reporting for Boss TV, I'm Okelo Brenda.
Now to some politics in Mombasa County, and the ODM party chairman in Mombasa County has held a meeting which brought on board all the Azimio la Umoja aspirants and leaders from the area for the preparation of the Azimio la Umoja rally, which is expected to be held on Sunday at Tononoka grounds. In the meeting, the party chairman has used the opportunity to urge political leaders not to use the platform to show their political supremacy and rather let it be a chance to fit their party leader Raila Odinga to sell his manifesto. Take a look.
At a meeting convened by the ODM party chairman in Mombasa County, and which brought on board all candidates and leaders from the Azimio la Umoja movement, Mohammed Hamed said he planned the meeting so that they would commence on the preparations of the forthcoming Azimio la Umoja rally on Sunday, which will be held at the Tononoka grounds.
Mombasa leo tuko hapa kukutana na candidates wote wa Azimio. Madhumuni ya mkutano huu ni matayarisho ya mkutano wa Azimio utakaokuwa Tononoka ground tarehe 20 siku ya Jumapili. Tunakutana na waheshimiwa, yani wale walio kwenye mamlaka sasa na wagombeaji viti vyote vya Mombasa.
Speaking, he said that the preparations are underway to ensure that the conference will be overflow and successful. On the other hand, he said as members of the ODM party, they will ensure that the party's nominations are going to be fair and urge the political candidates from Mombasa not to use the platform to demonstrate their political supremacy and rather respect that it's a chance for Raila Odinga to sell his presidential manifesto.
Jambo nimelizungumza mara nyingi na sitokosa kulikariri. Nimetangulia kusema kuwa katika hatamu yangu kama mwenyekiti wa ODM Mombasa tutafanya bidii kwa uwezo wetu kuhakikisha kuwa the nomination process is free and fair. Na nyota njema huonekana alfajiri. Nafikiria tumeona jinsi tunavyohusisha wagombeaji viti wote kwenye shughuli zetu za chama. Ningelipenda kutoa taarifa hii na kila mtu asikie, na wanasiasa wetu wa Mombasa kwa jumla. Ili jukwaa linalokuja siku ya Jumapili ni hususan kuuza sera za baba kupambana na William Samoei Ruto. Ili si jukwaa la wanasiasa wetu wa Mombasa kuonesha ubabe wao. Wana nafasi zao za kufanya mikutano yao na kuonesha ubabe wao wakati rais wetu wa chama ameondoka.
Leaders who attended the meeting, including Jomvu MP Badi Twalib and Mvita constituency MP Abdulswamad Sharif Nasir, have maintained that the meeting will be peaceful and a platform for the ODM party leader Raila Odinga to sell his policies.
Na nataka kusema kitu kimoja, mkutano utakuwa amani. Na lengo letu kubwa ni kuangalia common enemy wetu ambaye ni UDA na vyama vingine ambavyo havizungumzi sauti moja na sisi.
Regardless of political differences, what is most important is the bigger picture, and that is the issue of ensuring that we win these elections on presidential level, Raila Amolo Odinga and Azimio movement.
Jeremasi, Boss TV, Mombasa.
From politics, let's now look at what is happening in the world of sports. And the World Football Governing Body, FIFA, is expected to issue a ban on Kenya in the coming week, and the ban will be issued after Cabinet Secretary for Sports, Amina Mohamed, disbanded the Football Kenya Federation National Executive Committee and replaced it with a caretaker committee in November 2021. John Vincent has been trailing all the happenings in the FKF and the Ministry of Sports, and he has filed this report.
FKF committee members were thrown out of the office following allegations of financial misappropriation, and Nick Mwendwa, then discharging the presidential duties of the local football association, was arraigned in court to answer charges put against him. If FIFA finally confirms the ban, it means Kenya will not participate in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, international friendlies, and other competitions affiliated with it. The transfer of players will also be put in jeopardy, and the referees from the country will not be allowed at all in the international competitions. John Vincent, Boss TV.
Right, thank you so much, John Vincent, with that report. And now let's